Okay, so you might wonder why I'm recording all this stuff on a phone instead of on the actual game. And this right here is why. Because the game doesn't seem to want to run for me. Now, let's go over things that I've done. Let's go over things that I've done. By the way, I'm awful at it. But you know what doesn't help? Abandon. Lag. 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 Going back through my history, I do an okay job, and then I have little spikes like this about once a week. Things like that, where I get just kicked out and can't manage the game. Now, look at this. Look at this. Disabled due to abandoning. That's not me. That's the inability to get into lobbies successfully. See, here's what I did today. Here's what I did today. I went to startup and I disabled every single thing on my computer related to startup. So that way I knew nothing would be running. I re-enabled this. What's it called? Rain meter. I re-enabled rain meter once I knew that I could get Steam up and running, but I've disabled it before and tried it without it, and it doesn't have any impact. I uninstalled Steam. I uninstalled DOTA. I used CCleaner, cleaned up my computer. I ran a Malwarebytes antivirus scan. I went through and checked my registries. As you can see here, I went back through and I re-enabled a few things on startup, but nothing that has any sort of impact on the performance of my games. My internet, I've checked it. I unplugged my router and my Ethernet. I let them sit for 5 minutes. I plugged everything back in. I have went and looked at my firewall. As a matter of fact, I'll pull that up right now because that's a little bit weird. Let's see here. I've completely disabled the firewall and tried using that. Now, right here, what I want to show you is that DOTA starts right there. Let me zoom in on that. DOTA starts right there, and it just... There's so many of it in my firewall, and I don't know why. So, I've done everything short of completely wiping my operating system and everything off of my computer, completely reinstalling from a fresh, clean Windows, and trying to play that way. And I think I've had this issue probably for a year and a half now, maybe, where about once a week I can't get Dota to load in games, or worse, it'll load in games and then it'll get stuck somewhere, like something big, like a team fight will happen, something that's kind of intensive on it, and it'll start freezing between 2 seconds, skipping back and forth between like second 51 and 52, and it'll just sit there stuttering back and forth with nothing happening for 50, 60 seconds, then kick me out, and I never get back in the game. So, I don't know what to do at this point because this is my favorite game. And earlier today, I couldn't even get Steam to run. That's the fastest it's run all game. I mean, all day, right there. I'm really hoping for some help from all of you because it would be amazing if I could just play this game that I have 1,600 hours in. 80 friends in that game. But for some reason, it's as if my system just doesn't want me to, and I can do a clean install, I guess, if that's what is recommended and what I need to do, but I haven't been able to go out and really get a hard drive to hold everything else on here, and I don't really have the technical prowess to go through and back up all my save files and that kind of thing, so I guess I'll just lose that for all my other games. Any help's appreciated. I submitted something very similar to this to Valve, and they told me to go through their regular troubleshooting and get back to them, and to be aware that they couldn't help if I was getting abandons, that was just going to affect me, and it's unfair to other players for me to ask to get that fixed. So, thanks for watching.